This is now my 20th attempt at recording this video because I don't really want to make this video. This is a video that kind of puts me in an uncomfortable situation because I actually like NickTheBullsFan, and I like NickTheBullsFan. He's always been nice to me ever since I came into the community, but there is clear that something is going on, okay? That's to no one's surprise. Everyone's been talking about it. Everyone's been thinking about it, and some of you guys think that he's just doing it for clout, which could be true, and me making these videos is helping him in this situation. But I want to make this video because I want to express myself and express what everyone else is thinking when it comes to this situation. So me and Nick have known each other for a very long time, and a lot of you guys probably have known NickTheBullsFan for a very long time. If you don't, well, now you do. So NickTheBullsFan was a content creator way back in the day, like 2K15, 2K16, where he was really at his peak. He uploaded videos with Jesser, he did My Team videos, and he was pretty much in his prime at 2K15 to 2K16. Now, that's when I knew Nick, and Nick and I were in a very tight friend group. We all used to talk every single day. We used to sit in Skype calls back when Skype was a thing. We used to all sit in Skype calls. We used to talk every day. We used to play 2K, watch movies, watch streams together. We would do basically everything together. Like, those guys, that group of friends were like my best friends on the internet, and everyone who was involved in that group could agree with that. So this is kind of like bittersweet for me to make a video on this because it has me reminiscing on the old times, and it's crazy to see how much people have grown and how much people have changed. But I've known Nick for a very long time. So if you think of NBA 2K15, NBA 2K16, NickTheBullsFan, you think of an innocent kid, an innocent, shy guy who's just making videos on the internet, trying to make a name for himself, and it's cool, you know? That was a very, very good thing for NickTheBullsFan at the time. He was a very, very positive person, very, very nice guy. And then you fast forward to 2020. You fast forward to just a month ago, and it almost seems like there are two completely different people inside of NickTheBullsFan body. Now, the reason why I say this is because the way he's been acting lately has just been insane. And listen, I've been trying to avoid this video. I've been trying to be like, you know what, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to see if it dies down. And it just doesn't seem to be dying down. And I know what some of you guys are thinking right off the bat is, oh, people change. People obviously aren't going to be the same from NBA 2K15 all the way up to 2020. And I understand that. I get that. I 100% agree with it. But this is like there's a completely different person. And I'm going to be honest with you here. I've talked to Nick in the DMs, okay? I'm not going to show the DMs, obviously, because that's personal information. But I've talked to Nick in the DMs, and I've said to him, I said, hey, man, look, this is not the way for you to grow your platform. This is not a way to do social media. This is not a way to get your name back out there, because you're simply just attacking other content creators and saying things that, I'm not even kidding you, literally 99.9% of the things he says, people do not agree with. And that's not me being rude, that's just me being truthful, because I like Nick. I've said this to Nick myself. I have said the exact words to Nick himself, that this is not something that you want to do. You are going to ruin your reputation, and people aren't going to like you, even though they don't like you right now. And he just doesn't want to listen. So I have to sit here and I have to express to you guys that there's something else going on. Now, I'm not going to say that's 100% true, but I'm pretty sure there's something else going on behind the scenes. It's either that or he's simply doing it for clout. And doing this for clout by calling people out and trying to destroy people's names, or I'm sorry if you guys heard the car in the background, but it's not a way to go about it if you're trying to destroy someone's name or simply just trying to come at people for no particular reason. And the particular reason is that stuff that happened like 4 or 5 years ago. You don't hold on to grudges for 4 or 5 years and then decide to come back into content creation and then start calling people out. And then on top of that, he's tweeting things that are very, very, very concerning. Like, I mean very concerning. He tweets things all the time like he's the Kanye West of the 2K community, how he's going to change the world, how he's the most influential person in the 2K community. And then when he talks, when you go on stream and he talks, it doesn't even sound like the same person from 2K15. Like, I remember going into those streams in 2K15 and it being a completely different person to 2020. It's almost like it's scary to a certain extent, because I've known Nick. Like, I've known Nick for the person he is. And like I said, I will keep saying this throughout this video. NickTheBullsFan is a very, very nice guy. But I can't sit here and let one of my friends, I don't really know if I would consider a Nick a friend right now, because we've had our disagreements and I've told him straight up he's got to stop doing this, so I can't support what he's doing. But I've known Nick for who Nick actually is, okay? We've had our differences, we've had our run-ins. Obviously, the Snowfee situation, I wasn't the best person, nor was anyone else in the 2K community, but we warned Nick. And this is a big part of this story, because a lot of this led to the downfall of the YouTube stuff and the content creation stuff. The Snowfee situation was a big part of that, and I don't know why, but Nick does not want to admit that. Nick wants to admit the fact that we were the ones who ruined his relationship, when at first we told him, we said to him, I remember being in a Skype call with me and everyone else who was in that group. I'm not going to say their name, but they know who they are and they can attest to this. We said to Nick, because we knew who this girl was, we knew how she tweeted, we knew how she acted on social media, and I don't think Nick has ever had a girlfriend like that before. So I said to Nick, we all said to Nick, we said, hey, look, you getting in a relationship with this girl is not going to end well. You're going to get your heart broken, and it's probably not going to be the best for your YouTube career. Because obviously having a relationship while you're on YouTube, while you're streaming, while you're content creating, it takes a lot of time. Having a relationship is going to require you to put more time in a relationship than to focus on your content. So then obviously Nick fell in love. We felt a certain way about it. I'm not going to lie. As a friend of Nick, telling him as a friend that he shouldn't do that, and I mean, it's kind of selfish of me to say that, because I can't really tell someone to be in a relationship or not be in a relationship, but I didn't say that for the sole purpose of myself. I said that, and we all said that, for the sole purpose of we knew who this girl was. We knew about her. We knew how she tweeted. We knew how she acted. And of course it all happened and it went exactly how we thought it was going to go. So obviously when he got in a relationship with Snowfee, we weren't happy about that. We were mad, because we tried to tell a friend who was doing really well on YouTube, doing really well with content creation, that hey, look, you probably shouldn't get in a relationship, especially with this girl, because I don't think this girl is going to be the best one for you. I don't think it's going to be the best for your life and for your career. And he ended up doing it, and then it turned out the exact same way that we told him it was going to turn out. And now this has had a big play in Nick the Bulls fan's life. I'm not going to lie. And I am very sorry for the things that were said during that relationship. I said some things that were a little too far. A lot of the 2K community said some things that went a little too far. But at the end of the day, we warned you. And once again, I warned you again. I warned Nick again, once again in the DMs. I said, Nick, you got to stop doing this, or people are no longer going to like you. You can go look at Nick the Bulls fan tweets, see how many replies he gets to people calling him crazy, see his YouTube videos, see how many dislikes he gets in the video. Trust me, I have told Nick in the DMs to stop doing this. I told him I can't support this. I told him I can't get behind this, because it's something that's going to ruin your image personally and permanently. It's not something that you just, oh, I'm just doing an act. That's not something people are going to accept for an apology. I'm telling you right now, you doing this, calling people out, changing up the way you act completely, and acting like you're borderline losing your mind, if this is all an act, you're not going to recover from it. So I just really hope that this situation is not what I'm thinking it is, because like I said, Nick is a very nice guy. I have the utmost respect for Nick the Bulls fan. I think he's a very nice guy, but this right here, the recent actions, I just can't get behind, man. And it's honestly like, it's upsetting, because I like Nick. Nick is a cool dude, but it's just, I can't see myself getting behind this. And then there's people blocking him on Twitter. LSK's blocked him on Twitter. He went and tweeted at LSK's girlfriend asking if he can get a taste. I've never seen in my 5 years of knowing Nick the Bulls fan, I have never in my life seen him act like this. Ever, especially asking someone's girlfriend if he can get a lick. Like, I've never seen Nick go that, sicko mode. I've just never seen it in my life, and I just don't really know what's going on. But at this point, I don't know what's going on with Nick the Bulls fan. But my stance in this situation right now is that I can't sit there and I can't support it. I can't. As much as I think Nick is a nice guy, I can't get myself to sit there and entertain that behavior, because it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I'm honestly upset. I'm more upset than anything else, because I've tried to talk to Nick and tell him that this is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do anything. And if you need any sort of extra help or any sort of extra advice, I think you should step away from social media and you should go pursue that, because this is not the best approach. If it is an act, you're making yourself look bad. If you do happen to need you know, extra attention, whatever the case may be, then you should probably go do that instead of being on social media, because social media is one of the worst places for people mentally, and it's definitely not going to help a situation if that's what this situation is. But anyways, Nick the Bulls fan, I know you're going to watch this, man, and look, I've tried talking to you. I've tried having a conversation with you. I've tried telling you this. You won't listen. Every time we talk, it's just a dead end, and I don't know, man. I wish you the best of luck. I really do, and I hope we can talk, and I hope we can have some sort of a civil conversation and then move on. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and my voice just cracked, but peace.